Good morning, cruises. It is a very rainy day today. Still warm, but very rainy. Uh, Thought I'd go to IKEA. I'm not going to IKEA today. It's too far away from a bus station or a tube station. Then I thought I'd just kind of walk around the neighborhood and maybe go pick up exciting things like a new trash can. No, I don't want to go outside today. I went out to get coffee. That's about it. Yeah. Recently, in fact, just Thursday, second hottest day in UK history, hottest July day in UK history. So that's something. Uh, Recently I went to two shows that I want to tell you about because I had a really good time at both of them. The first is I got an alert on my phone that there was tickets available for the only midnight showing of A Midsummer Night's Dream at the Globe Theater. How do you turn that down? So, got myself a ticket, went. Show started at midnight, and I didn't get home till like 3:30 in the morning. Drinking encouraged, not demanded, but highly encouraged to have a couple of drinks and have a good time. So I did. Um, Sorry if it's loud. There's definitely a lot of construction going on, but I really need to keep my windows open because it is really hot out there. So I've got the window open. Yeah. Um, right. Midsummer's. First of all, the Fae were all made up of other actors. Like there was nobody. Yeah, there was no single actor who was only a Fae. They were just made up of all the other characters dressed up. And the way that they chose to dress them up as the Fae was like Caribbean West Indies carnival. Like huge feather headdresses and amazing looks. Uh, when the queen enters, she came in on like one of those things where like people carry you in on a stretcher kind of thing up on high on poles, except it was a golf cart that was decked out to look like one of those. There was Mardi Gras music playing. It was amazing, fantastic show. When they turned Bottom into a donkey, they made him look like a pinata, if that helps to give you any kind of idea of the bright colors and craziness that were happening on stage. Absolutely amazing. The mechanicals, which are the people that put on the play within the play, um, super fun, really loud, brash, mostly women, but gender mixed group. Um, they pulled one of the groundlings. Groundlings is the word that they use for the people that are standing watching the show. They pulled a groundling up to play one of the mechanicals. Like they picked the guy with the smallest part, but they made him come up and be like the one who is the chink in the wall and the lantern that represents the moon. It was so much fun. Uh, they joked around with him. They had a good time with him. Like he came up on the stage, and when they were handing out scripts to everybody, like everybody else got like, here's your one page, here's your script, here is your script, Bottom, here is your script, and then when they got to him, they handed him like a dictionary. It was funny. Anytime he was supposed to have a line, everybody on stage looked at him as if he was at fault. They did give him like a couple of cue cards like tucked into the dictionary. You could tell because he was flipping through them. The one time that he like nailed his part, he said it exactly what he was supposed to. Like uh, the director says something, boom, he calls out his line and says, "What do you think, Bottom?" And the character playing Bottom like turns around as if he had stepped on her line, even though he hadn't, and just stared daggers into him. Anyway, so it was a lot of fun. Um, the Globe Theater is still not my favorite theater to go to. Just like last time, there is barely enough room for my butt to sit on, and it is wood, and there is no back support. And I cannot recommend the Globe Theater to anyone with a back or a butt. Uh, but yeah, it's super uncomfortable, but man, it's so much fun to go. And the other thing was last night I went to my very first BBC proms. So the proms are a incredibly long running, like decades and decades and decades old concert series that happens during the summer. There's like 30 or 40 shows a summer. The most famous one is probably the last night of proms. They show that one on television. It gets broadcast all over the place. You might have seen it on YouTube. But there's like 39, 35, 39, 40, however many before that. So last night's proms, the theme was the summer of 1969. So the BBC orchestra is out there playing. They brought in other performers to sing songs like Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. And everybody's talking at me because both Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and Urban Cowboy came out in 1969. They played music from The Battle of Britain, which is a movie that came out in 1969 that was about World War II. And so, really great theme song. I'd never heard it before, but it was really enjoyable. They played some Bond music because 1969 was George Lazenby's introduction in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Really exciting theme, good stuff. But yeah, really broad, all kinds of different music. The Beatles. You know what it missed? It was missing whatever came out in theater in 1969. But they did a lot of movies and a lot of music. They had a Moog orchestra perform with them. It's Moog, not Moog. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, it's an electronic. It was like a predecessor to the keyboard. It made all sorts of weird, chaotic, crazy sounds, and yeah, so they had a Moog group, a five-piece group, played music with them, reminiscent of the era. Talked a lot about the civil rights movement, landing on the moon. Anyway, great show, and I can't wait to go back to Royal Albert Hall and see more performances of the BBC Proms. I have tickets for at least 4 more shows. Anyway, that's about it. It's super rainy here. When I stepped out to go get my coffee, I could smell that someone in my building was cooking bacon, and I tried very hard to make friends. I said pretty loudly, "Hey, that bacon smells great!" I got no love. Nobody wanted to feed me bacon. It's too bad. So now, even though it is still raining, I feel like I might have to go buy myself some bacon. So, bye.